Alright, this is the daily chart of Apple. Today I'm going to make a special video on a key number on Apple that I'm watching for. It's a unique trade that I usually don't do. But before I talk about that key number, I'm going to be talking about some key reasons on the Apple chart. And before I do that, I want to go to my stream here, Power Trigger Trade. And basically, what I'm really about is looking for stock charts that are set up for higher moves, where the odds are in our favor. You can read about me over here, and if you want to become a special follower, you can go to Twitter here and check out Power Plan Trades, the video how to become a special follower. You just simply follow along if you like. And when you're ready, you can do so because you really like what I'm doing. But VMW was a trade that I posted on Power Plan Trades last week that is doing well, even in today's market, even in today's negative market. Excuse me. You can press pause, check it out. I'm going to close this here. And RTN, these were both posted last week exclusively on Power Plan Trades, and they did well, right? So that's just two picks, and then within those two picks, both were correct in this choppy market conditions. So there's a good reason why you want to follow me, and you can press pause or check it out on the stream on Power Plan Trade. So I'm going to go back to Apple right now. Talk about Apple here and the key number. Now I want to make a point here. Again, this is something I strongly believe is going to happen based on some of these reasons. But one reason, and a statistical fact that I looked at specifically, that you will not find on the daily chart. It's not going to be found here. All I'm going to do is talk about reasons why I'm going to get to this number, key number. But here's one thing I want to talk about: January, this January area. You know, back then people were very negative, very bearish, just like we are right now. And they were calling for this to fill the gap and so on and so forth, right? And this is great that this is here, right? Apple has been more bearish in certain time frames than it has now. It was actually way more bearish. I mean, it's very bearish. I'm saying it was been in a more bearish situation, yet was able to make a substantial move higher. And before I talk about the key number, I wanted to make that point very clear. So again, very bearish perception. People very bearish over here, and yet we had a strong run. This was a strong run number one. I called a whole bunch of option trades here, and of course, strong run number two. Back over here, people were very bearish as well, and we had this strong run. This was this first run, and I talked about 5 option trades over here. Then we had that flash crash. But anyways, I also talked about Apple on pre-earnings over here, but I made a projection of this would hit 130 within a short period of time, and by a year or so. Back here in January 2014. And of course, a lot of people back then were calling for this to fill the gap. Trust me on this. I've been making a lot of comments, and I'm very well known on the Apple board. So anyways, back to Apple here. I want you to keep this. This is not an exact buy point, but I want to keep this number in. I want everyone to keep this number in mind. 115. 115 is a key pivot number, in my opinion, that Apple will not stay below that for very long. It may not even get there, but if we do get there, it'll be something that I'll be watching for a positive reason to buy. Looking to buy the 120 September calls, or someone could buy the 124 calls very cheap. Because Apple, when we reverse, we're going to reverse very hard, and those options will be very profitable. Again, on Power Plan Trades, I'm going to probably be posting some updates on this special Apple trade. But I want people to understand or keep in mind 115. 115 is a key number that I expect Apple not to stay below very long. Doesn't mean that I'm going to buy at 115. To me, it doesn't matter if I have to buy at 116, 116 and a half, 117, that I see proof of a good reason. Because it's not my typical type of trade. The type of trades that I do are things that are set up and ready to move higher, right? But Apple, again, using long-term charts, has produced a unique situation where buying the dip in this 115 area could be very profitable. if I see the right action. And I also believe that 115 is a key pivot number. And this video will be documenting that fact, right? I'll be making updates if necessary about it. But I wanted to everybody remember this 115 key number. And I've posted already a chart on Power Plan Trades here. Now, Power Plan Trades is a special club I'm making for my special followers. And I'm posting some information. I'll be posting some updates in Power Plan Trades on Apple. But this video is just to document that 115 is a key pivot point number. And there are reasons that I'm seeing on longer term charts that are not present on the daily. So while everybody's figuring, oh, Apple's going to go down, 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 I'm looking for how to make a big profit on a huge bounce. Because you know what? It's been proven time and time again, Apple makes huge, huge bounces. Believe me, people were very negative over here. They were still negative here, and they just missed huge moves, people. Okay, but not my followers. And I've also called huge option runs here and huge options run here. Lately, it's been horrible. There's been some option wins. Apple has not been acting well. We've had some failure trades, but my winning rate trades are outpaced the loser trades by a large margin, and they were never all the best setups. 115 area is an area that I'm going to look at for an opportunity. If it happens to be able to be present, if I see something that's worthwhile, I will look into that. If not, this could base around that area. But 115 is a key pivot point that I'm certainly looking at to see if there's an opportunity to go long. And again, how long they keep this below 115, I doubt it for very long, and that this will have a strong bounce. So I'm hoping for a 115 test. It may not be exactly 115, 115.50 area. And another point to remember that even if we get to 115, we happen to go below it, I don't think it will stay very long. And that's another point to look for. So these numbers is the key, and needing a plan. And I'm going to make some updates on Power Plan Trades, but I wanted to make this pretty clear. So there you have it, people. Check out my stream, Power Trigger Trade, Power Plan Trades. I really focus on breakout setups, but this is a unique situation that happened to occur in Apple. Long term, this stock is simply going higher, big time. We're probably going to get a really great bounce, and September could be a very good month for Apple option longs, especially if we act very well in the 115 area, which I believe we will. There you have it, people. A special video. Thanks for listening. Like the video.